Stop. Take a deep breath. Get present here, now, in this moment, so you can hear these words I'm going to share with you, which just may provide the spiritual answers you're on a quest to discover. What I'm about to share with you certainly changed my life in 1987 when I first discovered spiritualism. In this short video, I'm going to answer the question, what is spiritualism? But the context is not going to be a Christian denomination, Bible-based spiritualism that is taught in most spiritualist churches. Rather than being God-focused, a God outside yourself, we're going to get to the root of the word, spirit-focused. If you're still here, you somehow know there's more to life than meets the eye. That life after death is a reality. You may not know how you know, but you know. And that knowing is what makes you spiritually awake and on a quest for answers, on a quest for spiritual awareness, on a quest for understanding. My quest for answers led me from Georgia to California, from California down to San Diego, and San Diego into an Independent Spiritualist Church, where I studied from 1987 until becoming ordained in 2014, with many detours along the way. But what does this mean to you? Simply this: there is a part of you that either feels that what I'm saying is right, or somehow knows that what I'm saying rings true. That's why I wanted you to stop, be present in the moment, here and now, to hear what I'm saying, not to listen to my words, to break the pattern of your egos trying to find you answers, and allow you to get present here now in this moment, to hear exactly what I'm saying, to experience what I've found to be true, to see whether or not this truth will work for you in finding the answers you seek. You see, to me, spiritualism is learning the language of spirit. The language of spirit is metaphysical, beyond the physical realm. It's in the realm of psychic and healing abilities, but more importantly, verifiable, displayable psychic and healing abilities that you can access on command when you need them most. The journey to get to this level of competence allows you to become confident, grounded in your spiritual awakening, as you begin to become more and more aware of those things spiritual, and begin to bring spiritual awareness into each area of your life, thus avoiding mistakes, problems, and delusion, which is the biggest problem, the biggest villain, if you will, for spiritual people. Seeing beyond the veil of delusion to perceive those things spiritual. Sound interesting? It certainly has been for me this past 30 years. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium. I'm a spiritualist minister and director of Spirit360 Fellowship, an online, independent spiritualist church, where we help old souls, empaths, and highly sensitive people see whether or not spiritualism, as a philosophy, as a set of practices, is the right path for their spiritual journey this lifetime. We do this by helping you understand the language of spirit, the language of energy, the language of vibrations, by helping you master your psychic and healing abilities in displayable, verifiable ways that you can access on command when you need them most. If you're new here, welcome. We're glad you found us, yet not at all surprised. We publish new videos every week to help you find the spiritual answers you seek, answers that feel right, that ring true. Please subscribe to our channel so you can see for yourself if spiritualism is the right path for your spiritual journey this lifetime. My spiritual quest began in 1987. It was the summertime. It was warm and dry in Southern California. Only my second summer here, having moved from Georgia. I was at a business luncheon and Roger asked Sandy, "Does John still think he's clairvoyant?" It changed my life. I heard something that intrigued me, not my ego. My ego was afraid to engage because Roger was so snarky in his comment. But deeper, within my awareness, something dawned. And what dawned was my spiritual self, making itself known, like the sun rising in the morning. I chose to wake up. I later asked Sandy what this whole thing about clairvoyance was. She told me about these classes. I started taking them and I didn't miss a class for 3 years. The course and trajectory of my life changed by listening to that wee little voice of knowing within. Little did I know I was becoming an accidental spiritualist. I was just interested in spiritual growth and development. But the context for all of this spiritual growth and development was spiritualism. But for me, spiritualism was a verifiable, displayable set of spiritual skills, mastering the language of spirit, first connecting with my own spirit self, then with my spirit guides and teachers, along the way becoming an excellent psychic and a good healer. All of these things were part of the package because I was so curious, so insistent that I learned what everyone else seemed to know, but I had yet experienced. The transformation began simply by meditating. So when I think, what is spiritualism? The first thing I think of is meditation, stilling the mind, calming the emotions, clearing the blackboard of my ever so busy thinking brain to access my consciousness, my spirit self. For me, the most sacred spiritual place in the world is located within. I bring it with me wherever I go, as long as I'm willing to do the work to enter the door. The second thing that comes to mind when I think about what is spiritualism is our spirit guides and teachers. This is what most people associate with spiritualism and spiritualist church services. In fact, so much so that many people only go to spiritualist church services so they can get free messages, free psychic and spiritual guidance. It's a way to game the system. They have no interest in developing their own abilities. But there is a group of people who have to know, that are pulled forward towards those things spiritual and are willing to do the work. That's who I'm talking to right now. Because those are the people who somehow know there's more to life than meets the eye. They don't require evidence. They don't require proof. They just know. But that is their fatal flaw. You see, they don't require evidence. They don't require proof. But they also ignore many things that just don't feel right, don't ring true. And they try to wrap their understanding around information that is not accurate. For me, as an independent spiritualist, running an independent spiritualist church that's not Christian-oriented or Bible-based, I'm in the realm of skills-based learning. Once you learn how to meditate, you open the door to calming your emotions. Once you calm your emotions, you begin to allow yourself to see those things spiritual, to see beyond the veil of our outward senses. Once we pierce this veil of delusion, then we can develop on-command control of our psychic and healing abilities. It's this on-command control that Jesus demonstrated so eloquently, and his abilities so well documented, so we think, in the Bible. To me, the most important answer to the question, what is spiritualism? Spiritualism is healing. Spiritualism is our ability to restore harmony to our own bodies and with proper training, the bodies of others, the lives of others. It's worth the price of admission, the price of controlling our mind, calming our emotions, developing our skills and abilities as psychics, mediums, the manipulation and controlling of psychic energy for the highest and best good of those we serve, those who knock. The last thing I would like to share in response to what is spiritualism. The spiritualism we practice at Spirit360 Fellowship, the spiritualism I began understanding and learning and training in 1987, is a simple path of spiritual growth and development, allowing us to expand our spiritual awareness, our understanding of those things spiritual, that allows us to accept and be responsible for our own internal delusions that stand between us and understanding and connecting with our spirit selves, other human beings, and our spirit guides and teachers. That's our answer to what is spiritualism. If it rings true, if it feels right, consider joining us for an online spiritualist church service via Zoom. And remember, this isn't Bible-based. This isn't Christian-oriented. This is spiritual growth-oriented. As such, we practice meditation. We practice guided spiritual healing visualizations. We practice absence healing, where you can send energy directly to those friends and loved ones for their highest and best good. Lastly, we share messages from our spirit guides and teachers. I typically work with mine, who contact yours and share with you information for your highest and best good to help you along your spiritual path in the upcoming week or so. To get your invite, go to Spirit360.org. Click the button that says Get Your Invite, fill out the form, and you will receive email instructions. Please subscribe to our channel. Give us a like if you think what we're sharing makes sense. If it feels right to you, share this video with someone else who you may feel is interested in spiritualism, finding answers, and growing spiritually. And lastly, leave a comment or question, and I'm happy to answer you and support your spiritual growth and development any way possible. I bless you and leave you with whatever you're taking away from this video, knowing that you will use it for your highest and best good to help you bring about what you incarnated to experience this lifetime. And I remind you that spiritual is as spiritual does.